A measure of accurate bud fruitfulness provides vital yield prediction knowledge to enable whole-of-business planning for vineyard owners. This knowledge can positively impact on pruning practices, harvest planning, intake scheduling, price setting, contract negotiations and marketing plans. Bud fruitfulness is something that challenges growers on a yearly basis. Tolpuddle Vineyard at Cambridge, Tasmania, managed by Carlos Suri and assisted by Wendy Borg, has long conceded that the benefit of effective, accurate and a time-saving measurement of bud fruitfulness would deliver valuable efficiencies and cost savings.
I do the bud set dissections for Tolpuddle each year, which does take hours upon hours.
And so the solution?
If we had a tool that would simply be able to give us a quick indication by scanning a cane to determine the level of fruitfulness, if it was able to do that fairly quickly over an area in a vineyard, then you statistically would be able to build up for that year the likely fruitfulness, and then you put that into a database and compare it to year in and year out, building up a knowledge of the bud fruitfulness of your vineyard.
In the current form, they need to send staff into the vineyard to sample buds, take them back to the laboratory and dissect those under the microscope to determine the number of inflorescences which are present for next year's crop. That presents challenges because it's destructive, it's time consuming, it requires an element of skill, or if outsourced is obviously an added expense for wine businesses. Meeting the need for a bud fruitfulness prediction tool for vineyards, the University of Tasmania, through funding assistance from the Rural R&D for Profit program, has delivered a solution. We aim to test the use of near-infrared spectroscopy to test bud fruitfulness in the vineyard. We took a high-performing or high-resolution near-infrared instrument and made it portable to take it into the field to scan buds for bud fruitfulness. Essentially, there's three key components. We have a battery inside the backpack which is powering our light source, our lamp, which is running through the probe, and that's feeding information back to our NIR instrument, which is inside the backpack. The idea is we head into the vineyard to scan a representative number of buds, which will inform our pruning decisions when we're ready to prune. I select my bud, hold the probe against the bud and press the trigger. It takes a couple of seconds to obtain the spectra and then it will give us a signal. That signal tells us that the scan was obtained successfully and we're right to move on to scan the next bud. Having taken all the scans that I need, I then head back to the shed, the office, where there's internet connection, upload the data to the cloud, and then almost instantaneously, I will get a diagnosis back from the software with a traffic light system telling us whether we have a low, medium, or high bud fruitfulness for that block.
We do look into 100 buds per block. The advantage of an imaging tool like this would mean we could definitely scan a lot more buds, which would obviously give us a much better result.